What's happening, guys? Kibla Ahmed out here. Welcome back to our second podcast. Today, me and my brother from Hong Kong, Gilman, will go through a whole load of things. Go for it, G-Man.
Yo, Kibs, how you doing, man? A couple things come out this week, a couple bits of news.
Right.
The most exciting one is obviously this Fox and Disney little business thing going on.
Yeah, that sounds...
So I mean, we've been talking about for ages. Between us, we've always been saying, I'm not going to say the words on the podcast, but should I say it?
Say it.
But we've been saying it for ages, man. We wish Marvel and Fox could just make a damn deal, and it looks like things are moving forward with that, man. And it looks like it's real news, man. Every time we always heard something, it was always fake news. But I was hearing stuff on the Journal, Wall Street Journal and stuff, and it looks like things are going forward. And from what I know, right, we should know something within a week or 2 weeks or something. Yeah. If it's gonna happen. So there's a few different companies involved. Obviously, Disney's trying to buy the Fox Entertainment part. Yeah. And then there's another company called Comcast, Sony Corp, and Verizon. They're all in discussions, but Comcast and Disney are the ones that are talking now, and I think I was reading something about Fox is more interested in selling it to Disney than anyone else. And they better be. Don't freaking try and sell it off to someone else.
No, of course. Yeah, they don't want to be doing that.
That'd be spiteful. But, I mean, come on, man. This month, yo, Ash, what's good?
What's up, bro?
How are you, man? We're just talking about Fox and Disney, man. Could you imagine if Disney get the X-Men back, get the Fantastic Four back? Yeah. This whole Marvel universe is gonna be. I mean, come on, man.
It will grow massively. I mean, you were saying before regarding the companies that they're looking to buy. It really depends on where they go from there. Actually, sorry, can you close the door?
Yeah.
It's how they use the material and where they're going to take it from there. I mean, I think I read something on Facebook, and the thing is, I don't trust Facebook. And they were talking about if they do buy the rights for these characters, that they will spin off another alternate, not like a different universe, a separate MCU universe, basically, which I don't think is feasible. Yeah, it's not feasible when it comes to, you've already did a 10-year arc to get to Infinity Wars. Why the hell would you start another story arc? Like, you can't be like the comic books that have had 70 years of stories to do that in 10 years of movies and then start off another universe. You're going to only piss off people.
Yeah, that's going to... What's the point buying them?
No.
I mean, obviously, there's point. Obviously, Disney has their ultimate goal because they want to build this this streaming thing like Netflix, right? So that's why they're trying to get all this. They're trying to take over everything.
That's right.
I was also reading that other streaming website or whatever, Zulu something.
Oh, Hulu.
So Fox,
Hulu, yeah.
Yeah, Hulu. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Fox has 30% share. Disney already has 30% share, and I think Comcast has 30% share. So if Disney buy that of Fox, then they're going to have 60% share of this Hulu thing. Again, it adds to that streaming thing that they're looking to do. So Disney's just trying to run the show. But in regards to what we love, which is the comic book world and shit, you know, we want to see the X-Men and the Avengers together. We want to see that. They create a separate universe. Yeah, it'll be wicked, and I think Disney will do a much better job. But I want to see Hulk versus Wolverine. I want to see that in the same movie. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the Illuminati, you know, Strange, and you've got Mr. Fantastic, Silver Surfer. You're gonna have bloody Galactus. Oh, come on, man.
We need those characters. We need those characters badly. Marvel need them as well, because it just feels like there's always going to be a part missing from that Marvel MCU universe where like, you know, the Fantastic Four, as you said, Silver Surfer. I want to see him back on the big screen again. I want to see these characters with in this Marvel MCU. I think they will fit perfectly, and I think the way they will do it, they'll even look great. The one good thing that they've done about Disney is their casting has been spot on. Every single character they have picked have suited each of them, and that's what I'm hoping for, because I don't want to see no 6-foot Wolverine again.
You know. I mean, even though Hugh Jackman has said, bro, if Marvel buy them, he wants back in. Like, he will come back, and because we grew up with him, don't get me wrong, he done well, but I want to see recasted. I want to see a Was it 5'3" Logan?
Yeah.
I want to see that. Yeah, I agree, man. Like, we that's what we want to see. I mean, because Marvel, like you said, they've smashed it with casting.
Yeah.
Right? And not everything they've done is perfect.
No.
I mean, like, for example, like Infinity War, I was just thinking about this the other day. The one thing they flopped on is Black Bolt. You got Black Bolt.
Yeah.
Why the hell did you make a basic Inhuman show that, you know, I don't know if have you seen any episodes? Have you tried it?
I saw the first 5 minutes of that first one and I left it.
Well, I gave the first 2 episodes a chance. You know me, I have to give it a chance. And my God, it's so basic, man. It just looks basic. So I'm just thinking, like, they should have given Black Bolt his own movie, and then he should have been in Infinity War. So Marvel do make mistakes.
No, of course they make mistakes. Of course they make mistakes. I think they took a massive gamble on that because they had them, 2-3 years ago on the list of movies after Guardians of the Galaxy, which would have been perfect because Black Bolt plays such a massive part of the Infinity Stones. Why wouldn't you get him involved in this? But I think because they've got this stronghold on like the Avengers, Spider-Man and stuff like that. No, it's still going, bro. Oh, lose. Okay, you froze now. Hold up. You coming back? There we go. You're back. They really flopped on like something big like that. Why wouldn't they put him in there? Like, what made them take that out? What did they feel like it was going to ruin? Because I think that would have added so much more to this Infinity story, and to have Thanos as well with Black. Oh man, that would have been. They lose on that.
You know what? Bro, they got time. Like, I mean, they made a mistake. 100%. Man. Maybe they thought they'd take an angle. They spent a lot of money on that shit, trying to record it in IMAX, and it was basic. It looked basic. I don't know, man. If, you know, they got the money to just mess around with shit now. They should just cancel that and say, all right, scrap that. Let's make a movie.
Yeah.
Because, bro, think about it. Infinity Wars are going to be 2 parts.
Yeah.
They can. I don't know how they're going to end this, but they're going to make movies in between. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So obviously, the first one's got to end in a way where you can make movies in between. Because it'd be stupid if, you know, at the end of Avengers, the Infinity Wars Part 1 is dramatic, and then all of a sudden you have these side stories and go back to it. It needs to be done properly.
It needs to be done
properly. They still could do it, and I love that. And plus, if they buy Fox, for example, well, then I think they should prolong the story. Do Infinity Wars 1, prolong it, fucking get X-Men and them not involved, Mr. Fantastic. Do it, man.
So the thing is,
wait another 5 years for Infinity Wars Part 2. I know it would kill us, but could you imagine that one? That's huge, bro.
No, that would be huge. That'd be huge.
What's that?
Go on, you were saying?
I was saying, I bloody reckon, bro, this Infinity Wars movie has the potential of being the highest gross movie ever, knocking Avatar and Titanic off number 1.
Course,
I think those 2 are still number 1 and 2.
Definitely.
I honestly think this has the potential, and then you continue the momentum with all these characters, with the Fox characters now. Man, you're gonna just take that 1, 2, 3 space, and that's their ultimate goal. Really, they want to make that money, and we want to see the content.
Of course. I think with that, which they can do, but the thing is, you know that they're filming 1 and 2 together already, yeah. So this is where the in between stories is going to be quite. I don't know where they're going to take the in between stories, because in between you got Wasp and I can't remember the listing. Captain Marvel, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right, Captain Marvel. So I don't know where though, because that's why they said suddenly now it makes sense that they're going to go back in time. So from Infinity Wars, Captain Marvel will be based in the 80s or the 90s.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So it won't be like, you know, through because I think they'll introduce her in Avengers 4, Infinity Part 2.
I see. She comes
so they'll do a little backstory for her.
Well,
and then you get Wasp introduced in the first Avengers, and they'll have their own movie, and then whatever happens later on. I mean, hold up, man. Let me see the listing, because quite a lot of people have been liking this.
But you know what, though, bro? They got the potential of doing other stories, man. Like the one I was reading the other day, the old one, what's it called? Secret Wars.
Yeah.
You know, they was doing Secret Wars when they just go to another planet and then shit happens. Like, but those stories need Galactus, they need Doom, so they got the opportunity to just do spin-offs like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, they can.
Random Avengers movies, Secret Wars, boom, just do it, because they you know, once you have all the characters, man, you could just have a game.
No, of course. It will be very interesting on where they take this and what happens with this merger, if it does happen. If we get an answer in the next 2 weeks, I'll be very happy to hear it, because I feel like they'll just take it to the level that we've been enjoying all the Marvel movies. Like that, as I said, like they haven't made great movies, but they're movies that we can watch over and over again. If you've noticed that, we still have to watch a movie, even though it wasn't the best out of all of them. Like for me, like Thor 1 and 2 are not my favorite Marvel movies, but I still watch them. I still put it in my Blu-ray player. But
same here.
And they will. I hope that they can, whatever they do with these 20th century X-Men characters and the Fantastic Four characters, I just want them to be coming back fresh and ready to expand the universe even more. You know what I mean? I don't want none of the I don't want none of the original actors back because I don't know.
You sent me pictures of the Phoenix, the new Phoenix. I'm like, scrap that. Tell production to stop.
Did you see who else they had in it?
What's that?
Did you see who else they had in it? Mystique's back again.
Oh, basic, man. Mystique, the leader of the X-Men. Yeah. Picking blue bitch men, as we could blow. You know what I'm saying? That film was, bro, scrap the production, tell all the actors, I'm sorry, but your contract has been cut.
Yeah.
And start again, like they did with Spider-Man. Start again. Because, like you said, Disney will put... We grew up with X-Men, man. I grew up with Wolverine in a yellow costume. I grew up with Cyclops. I want to see that. And I think Disney have the perfect costume designers to kind of adapt it to a way that it looks wicked on the big screen.
That's right.
Rather than cheesy and shit. Where Fox probably don't have that imagination. I don't know.
No, they tried to go to that dark path. It's like what happened with... So basically, Zack Snyder had a vision for Warner Brothers that if we're going to go for this dark, gritty look, that we start Man of Steel like this. And they did. Man of Steel, dark, gritty look. Batman v Superman, dark, gritty look. Suicide Squad, dark, gritty look. Wonder Woman, dark, gritty look. And then Warner Brothers decided to make their own decisions and then fuck up the whole vision of it. Stick with the continuity, because if you watch all the Marvel movies, they all look exactly the same. Only the past two movies, suddenly the colours have been pumped up a bit more. That's the only last two movies.
Well, the thing is, with that as well, because they've done so many movies with that sort of vibe, they can pop up the colours.
Yeah.
Like, Thor, Thor, the reason why they look so bad is because Guardians of the Galaxy, which is in that universe, has that colour sort of thing. Right. So you could just... They changed it completely, bro.
That's right.
Like, that's right. Complete change, but it just fitted in because of what we've already done.
Exactly, it worked. They have a backlog of merchandise and history to go with it. That's why it could work. But with DC, they haven't got that. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, we've got the DC on a different time. But that also with the Fox with the X-Men, like I said, I hope Marvel would just give us the X-Men that we grew up with. That's all I want to see. Because we were talking about the costume is the identity. You know what I'm trying to say? Right, for me personally, right? Yeah. So when I see Wolverine, I want to see him in his costume because that's his identity to me.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So let's hope, man. Let's hope. I mean, it could be super exciting, man. I mean, already Avengers is the best thing. The Infinity Wars is so amazing to looking forward to.
Yeah.
And if they do this merger, then we just know there's going to be so much to geek out about. It's going to be unbelievable, man. It's going to be wicked.
Oh, exciting times, bro. Exciting times.
Yeah. But that's good, wicked, man. But you were talking about Captain Marvel. They're going to get Captain Marvel involved.
That's right.
But you said you were looking up the movie list.
Yeah, let me see. Hold on, man. Let me quickly find it because I don't know if some of this is true or not.
You said something the other day and it already had Fantastic Four in, and I was like, wait a minute.
The thing is, I don't know if that was real or not because as you said, it's Facebook.
Marvel just kicking ahead of their shoes and thinking, yeah, we're getting this, or was that just a fake thing?
I think it was fake. I think somebody did it, put it together, and like just to get people moist. They did that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on my phone. Oh man, come on. So while I try and look for this, on another note, I picked up some new comic books this week. So I picked up issue 1 of John Wick, and its artwork, and so far is very, very good. So they've started the story off like not from the beginning. They've given it does do flashbacks of his relationship, but into another story, which is really good.
Yeah. Wait. But have the artists drew it like Keanu Reeves' character? Yeah. Like they look really okay, cool, man. So really... what? Are they going back more of a history of how he became John Wick, or what?
Yeah, going through that. So it's flashbacks and then back into the future as well. All right, listen, I can't seem to find that picture, but yeah. So that was it. I got the new so I got the new Marvel classic cover comic books as well, which are really good. So they're original pieces from the 1980s and 90s, and then people have done them in newer versions. I've got a project coming up soon, so hopefully something similar to that. And then that's about it. I mean, moving. I don't know. Was there anything else you wanted to cover on 20th Century Fox?
That's it, really, man. I mean, the opportunities are going to be amazing, man. But yeah, nothing else to cover, man. Hopefully, we'll hear something within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about it again and just geek out even more about possibilities.
Definitely.
Hopefully, Marvel will release a statement on what they're thinking. They probably won't, but hopefully, we'll get the result that we want as comic book fans. Anyway.
No, of course. I hope so as well, man. I really hope so. It's exciting news, and Disney are like they're just monopolizing, bro. And it's a takeover for them, man. They're going on like Skynet right now, bro.
It's a takeover.
they're Skynet at the moment, bro. They're gonna be everybody's houses.
Star Wars coming out in 2 weeks. They've got that. Marvel, Pixar. Oh man,
Hold on. It's a takeover.
Yeah.
It's a takeover. All right, so on to the next subject.
Yeah, you were talking quickly about Captain Marvel and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know much about her, to be honest with you, but they were talking about getting the Kree involved in that.
That's right.
The original Captain Marvel was a Kree dude who was gonna come to Earth, but then, from what I know, man, and he was gonna. I think they were gonna kill the Earthlings or whatever, but then he got some feeling, they got emotional and moist and whatnot with this Captain Marvel female, forgot her name, and then he ended up sympathizing for the humans.
For the humans, yeah.
And,
that's right.
Yeah, and then the Krees kind of disowned him, sort of thing.
Yeah,
and then
that's right.
Captain Marvel. But a few people taken over that name, that Captain Marvel name.
Yeah, DC had it originally before, like Shazam, I think. He was Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of issues between that time. I think that was around the 1970s, 80s. But then Marvel got it back. So Miss Marvel came out. Captain Marvel, or whichever name they're going to use in the movie. They're going to base it around the 80s and the 90s. I heard Nick Fury's going to be in this one as well. A young Nick Fury. So it should be interesting I think they'll go... The thing is now, like, we can't compare things that we read in the comic books to what's going to happen in the big screen. I had to let go of that feeling years ago. Because every time we saw an X-Men movie, it just upset me. So, things like that. Even same thing with, like, some of the films that have come out recently. Batman v Superman, you've got the Captain America movies. They're not going to be what we read in the comic books. They're going to be completely different. So, it's nice to take a fresh mind into the cinema now. Because I don't have to keep comparing it now. I've come to that point where I don't have to compare because this is their own universe. Like, you try and adapt a book into a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you've got directors, cinematographers, you've got the producers, you've got the studio. Fuck off, man. I don't need all that stress. You know what I mean? So it's hard to make a movie. Like, I keep telling people, like, you try and make a movie, you try and go through production, you try and listen to what the studio say. You're not going to have a creative thought process to be able to do that. So, I can understand why a lot of things had to change along the way. So, that's one thing. So, it would be interesting to see what they do with the Kree, because we only saw a little bit of them in Avengers, the first one, and that was it. We weren't given enough information about that.
Yeah. But wait, isn't the Kree the same as Ronin?
Yes,
is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, we'll see, man. It'll be good, man. I mean, I think if you've got the comic books as a source guide, then that's cool. And I think Marvel's got the comic. They obviously got the comic books. Yeah. They've used that and then made the movies.
That's right.
Whereas, like the X-Men and whatever, they had the source guide and they done some bullshit.
No, they made up their own shit. Like,
so that's
Blue Bitch Men, bro.
Yeah,
exactly. They messed that up, man. And the thing is, the point is, like,
the leader of the X-Men. I mean, that's basic. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I think Marvel was successful in regards to the Avengers and whatnot, because they had the source guide, they used it, and they made the movies. Whereas X-Men and shit, I don't know, man. Except Future Past, whatever it's called.
No, you know what? First Class is a great movie. Yeah. First Class and Days of Future Past are by far the best X-Men movies. And then you move on to Logan.
Yeah.
You move on, and Deadpool.
They done well with Deadpool, and that was Ryan Reynolds, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? He forced that, and he was perfect. So again, that's another character that I want to see in the universe.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Very
so
good.
that'd be quite awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome. But yeah, let's see what they do with Captain Marvel.
No,
I
it'll
think
be interesting.
eventually, all these Marvel films, to be honest with you, they're gonna be wicked because even if they make a basic one, they could just introduce one of the characters we know, and it will be amazing if that makes sense.
That's right. Like,
you know, it's already got so many aspects that we can just make it. Oh, he's gonna be in it. That's wicked. And then even if he's in it for 5 minutes, the film, you know, it already gives it that hype.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait for this. It'll be a moist time, a moist feeling, bro. It's gonna be really good.
So, yeah, man. And then like Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool, man. You said I saw something about, and you showed me that thing about him playing Pikachu.
Pikachu the detective. I don't know how that came around. I only saw a couple of postings. I saw a little video that they posted up on YouTube. He's going to be voicing Pikachu. So
is that what said, yeah?
Yeah, so it's going to be called Pikachu the detective. And it'll be interesting to see what they do. I'm not sure exactly what. It looks like a Sherlock Holmes story, but with Ryan Reynolds in it. So I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see what they do with that.
An animation of Pikachu or Ryan Reynolds as Ryan Reynolds.
Pikachu. An animation. He's gonna voice it.
Okay, alright. But he's gonna be talking all that Pika shit.
It should be interesting. I don't know because I just saw the trailer for the Japanese or the Chinese trailer right now. And I'm like, will this suit Ryan Reynolds' voice or?
I know, like he's a very sarcastic comedian type dude, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's gonna have to crack a joke somewhere. Exactly. Because that's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
See what happens.
I don't know. I'm gonna see. It's quite interesting. That one is.
I'll give it a chance. I give anything a chance.
Nah, same man. And then that was that, and then.
Yeah.
Did you see the Jurassic Park trailer?
I did. What do you think?
The thing is, so I only saw it yesterday. I didn't get the chance to react to it. I was at my work's Christmas do, so... Jurassic Park, man, the new franchise. You know what? I'm going to say Chris Pratt. I love that guy's charisma. He's going to be wicked in anything he does. Like, even when he was in Magnificent... I can't even say it. Lose.
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, when he was in that, he was wicked in that. Like, he suited that role. So, it's like... when
you become a fan of an actor, you become a fan of...
the work he does.
Most movies that they make.
Yeah,
you know, if you want to see the actor.
Yeah, I personally think Jurassic Park, the first movie and the second movie are my favourites. There's nothing else that will give me that same feeling those movies did. And this one, you know what? I felt like they gave away too much in the trailer, and we're going to just see more dinosaurs. I don't know where they're going to head to. It looks like they're going to blow up the place, and they're trying to get rid of the dinosaurs. But Jeff Goldblum is back, and always says life will find a way. I think he's a wicked actor, even though he plays himself all the time. But it'd be interesting to see what they do. Like the thing is, Jurassic Park is not a thing that gets me excited anymore. I remember the first two. When I saw the first one, I saw it with my best friend at school. God rest his soul in peace, because it was my best friend, and we got to see Jurassic Park the first time. And I remember he was on BBC News because we get to censor it, and he just proper geeked out. And I was like, oh man, the Bill's on TV. But we got to see Jurassic Park before it came out properly in the country, and got to give it a rating to see if it was okay with kids. And I remember loving every bit of that. And I remember when we went and watched it again in cinema, I still had that same feeling. And that amazing soundtrack, nobody can forget it.
Yeah. That's an epic soundtrack.
yeah, I still play it now. But I'll see where it goes, what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like, I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I'm a fan. No, I'm not a fan. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Again, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
And the first one, the one they remade with Chris Pratt, because of Star-Lord, I'm a fan of Chris Pratt now. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, right? Yeah. Because you become a fan of the actor, and I'm like, you know, I'm going to watch it. And he made it entertaining.
No, of course.
So I'm going to watch this one again, just for the sake of it. Chris Pratt is in it. Again, I'm a fan of him now.
Yeah.
So I'll take a look. I'm not geeking out about it, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens, I guess.
No, definitely. I've got to say, like, bro, CGI has taken a massive step to where it's come to. And I saw a little feature video on Jurassic Park they they used a lot of live props, and I think they're starting to take things from things they did back in the 80s back into now, like using live props and then CGI and stuff like that. I got a shout out to Universal UK for tagging me in the post. Thank you very much for that, guys, for letting me know when the trailer came out. And yes, the trailer did find me, so thank you very much for that. Let me know if there's anything else coming out, Universal. Keep me posted. Let me know if there's any Back to the Future goodies that I can still get. Let me know.
Yeah. You should have done a trailer reaction then, bro. If they let you know that the trailer was coming.
I couldn't because I was at work, bro. I mean, and yesterday was a tough day. I was there from I was up at 6 o'clock. I didn't get home till past 1, so I was like, it's full on, and work's been proper busy at the moment. So it's good.
My boy, hopefully I'll introduce you and you can do a podcast with him. His name's Dax.
Yeah.
He works for Fox, but he recently met Chris Pratt and them. Man, I was jealous, man.
Nice.
In China, I think they done some sort of opening or something.
Yeah,
for,
I think I saw that. Yeah. Did he post a picture of it?
Yeah, if you saw his Instagram, he's all there with Chris Pratt and stuff. I'm like, bro, man, give me a job, man. I want to meet all these people too.
What I found out anyway, Skype does a 3-way or 4-way chat, so we could catch up.
Yeah, let's figure it out.
We'll set up another time when we get that done. But other things on the subject was Quentin Tarantino, Star Trek. Is this for real, Marvel?
Bro, if that's real, I don't know if that's real news. I don't know. I haven't seen it anywhere else except that one post. But listen, man, if he's gonna do anything in regards to Star Trek, it's gonna be dialogue, bro. And then Samuel Jackson will end up somewhere in the movie, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, bro.
That's his impact, man.
I don't know. I didn't even know he was a Trekkie fan. I know he's a bit geeky and he loves his Marvel and stuff as well. And he gives his own opinions on some of these things. I've been watching some of his videos on YouTube recently, and he does have a really that he was looking to make a Luke Cage movie.
For real, yeah?
Yeah, and he had a really good idea and concept, what he said, and I was like, you know what? That would have been a bad, wicked movie because it wouldn't match to the films he's already made, but it would just have that superhero element to it.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. I guarantee Sam Jackson would have been in it though. 100%.
He would have been Luke Cage, bro. He would have been Luke Cage. It wouldn't be Sweet Christmas. It would have been Sweet Motherfucker.
Yeah, straight up. No doubt, bro. That would be jokes.
I've seen a couple of images, a couple of designers that I know of doing their own posters with Samuel Jackson with the visor, and he's got one of them phases, and it's like Star Trek, motherfucker. Oh man,
that's jokes.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's real news. We'll find out more. But I'm sure he'll only add positive things. I doubt he will.
Of course.
Because you know what? I'm not a big Star Trek fan, but when J.J. Abrams started bringing out the new ones, I started watching them. And I don't follow them religiously still, but I think films are bloody entertaining, man.
Yeah, very good. Then you're right. The same thing. I'm not a Trekkie fan myself. A lot of people, when they see me, they're like, you look like a Trekkie fan. I'm like, no, I am a comic book geek, but I love Back to the Future. And they always ask me Trekkie questions, and I'm like, dude, I only started watching Star Trek because of what J.J. Abrams did to the franchise, because it's they were brilliant. He brought an amazing cast together to play these characters, and made me like them, and make me want to go cinema and pay for a ticket and watch them. So and I even purchased them on Blu-ray because they are good movies. So I can't say nothing bad about it at all.
Yeah, I agree.
To see if it was to go into the hands of Quentin Tarantino, that guy would be going around playing some funky ass music, and cutting people's ears off and shit, and there'd be a lot of conversations.
All I'm saying is dialogue. He's gonna change the whole script in regards to dialogue, and because he's known for that, man. I mean, Pulp Fiction to this day, but I just love listening to them. They're talking about cheeseburgers and ordering a McDonald's and whatnot, and it's just wicked dialogue. It's not boring. It's it's almost like. You know how these days podcasts you just listen to random people talk, but there's something about it, right?
Yeah,
that's how it's like. It was like that. It was like listening to a podcast in a movie. Two guys talking about how they ordered McDonald's, bro. That's wicked.
No, it's true. They really did well on that, and he's a great director. I'm a fan of some of his movies. His recent movies have been a bit basic, but what can I say? I mean, that's his style of movie making. And don't get me wrong, The Hateful Eight, as a fan of cinematography, looked amazing. It looked something straight out of the Western, it came out of the 60s and the 70s spaghetti Western. But The dialogue in that movie killed it, and a couple of scenes very hard to watch when you're there with your father.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a long film, man. But again, like I was saying, as a fan, I watch it.
No.
I watch it all
But
the way
Django
through.
was good.
What was the other one he made with Kurt Russell? Remember that one? Come on, man.
Death Proof.
Kurt Russell and the Free Girl. Was it?
Death Proof or something.
Yeah, that film was basic. But I remember me and Ahmed were sitting there watching it in the movie at cinema, and we were fans, so we went and watched it. We were like, oh, I bet the dialogue is going to be awesome. And that film was actually very basic. But as a fan, you're going to watch it. I always say this to people. Like, the same with, like, I don't know, Adam Sandler movies. I watch every single one because I'm a big fan of it, regardless if people say, like, oh, they're basic. Because they kind of are, but I love them. Jackie Chan movies. Yeah. Bro, I'm the greatest fan ever, bro. Like, some of these films, like, I don't know, Rumble in the Bronx, you watch them, they're like, wow, that film's basic. But I will watch it from beginning to end because it's Jackie Chan.
Exactly,
like,
exactly.
So when you become
but
a
you know
fan
what?
of someone...
I love that movie, bro. I love that movie.
Yeah. When you become a fan of someone, you watch all of their stuff, and that's the best thing about it, I guess.
No, definitely. Yeah. That's one part. That's one part. You just have that. You feel like you have a connection with them. That's why it's so hard for somebody when somebody passes away, like with Paul Walker and the Fast and Furious franchises. You've built this relationship up on the screen with this dude because you've seen his journey. To see it go like that, of course, it's going to be emotional because people have invested time into it. And I think that's with any character.
Yeah, no, it's true, definitely. Yeah, with any character or actor. And also, people have the same shit about when they don't like a person. Like Ben Affleck, people hate him, right? I mean, I've never had a problem with I like him as Batman, but because people hate Ben Affleck, they're like, oh, Batman's basic. I'm like, but, like, you know what I mean? They're just not giving it a chance. So, it works on the opposite end of the spectrum as well, man.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's
when
right.
you don't like someone, but again, I think people have that basic mind frame. Like, to be honest, I don't like... Who played that Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man? What's his name again?
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I don't like him. I mean, I don't know him, but what I'm saying is, in regards to his acting and stuff, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
But that war movie he made,
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge, yeah, that was wicked. I did not watch the movie because I don't like Andrew Garfield as an actor. I'm like, let me give it a chance, and it was a wicked film.
Yeah.
So I think people just like, like I say, there's haters, and that's just gonna full on hate. And there's people that's gonna be like, well, I don't really like this guy, but let me check out this movie anyway.
Exactly.
It's a brilliant movie, actually. Same with that. That's why I don't like it. I feel sorry for Ben Affleck. I know he's trying to get out of this Batman role, but you know, I might not be the biggest fan of him, but I think he does a good job, and I like the way he portrays Batman. No,
same here. I feel, for me, like in that universe, he's fine. The problem is with people is you're comparing. You're continuously comparing, and you can't start a new page of a book or a life with holding still grudges from behind, like, or holding comparisons from previous movies. You can't do that because you're going onto a new universe. It's like when I open up a new comic book right now. So there's a comic book called Batman Metal. Different universe Batmans become the Justice League. So you've got a Joker Batman, you've got a Flash Batman. This is alternate universe stuff. Some of it's not good, but some of it is amazing. So you want to read it. So it's something new, it's something fresh to the tape because we've seen these characters for 70 odd years with original backgrounds. It's nice to see something fresh come to the table. So I like the fact that Ben Affleck took this massive chance to play this character, which I think is the same thing. I love him to bits. I think he's brilliant as the character, but then he has this stigma with him, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, there's a lot of haters out there. And, and obviously the internet has given the world the opportunity to speak and hate. Yeah. Unfortunately.
They don't want to bring no positiveness. They wanna let that hate out, brother.
That's it. That's exactly what it is.
That's the problem.
But you know what? I don't, like I said, I don't know why he wants out of Batman. I don't know if it's got anything to do with it. But at the end of the day, he's a human being, bro. So he shouldn't be looking at the negative stuff. Like, he's going to get loads of people saying shit, and he shouldn't be looking at that. But as a human being, he's got emotions.
No, of course.
He's trying his best to do this role. Yeah. He's a big fan, you know what I mean? We are big fans. Look,
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that's what
we got Ben Affleck Batman, so that's how much I'm a fan of his Batman. So you can't. The problem is with society and people as well because of that negative stigma. that's how they want to live their lives. Go for it. That's fine. Then nobody wants to see the positive outcomes of something because they feel like it's always going to be a negative outcome. But that's the way you see yourself. That's when you lose, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it could be for many reasons. People just have their own insecurities.
Yeah.
People just want to be negative. Like I said, the internet just opens up. Bro, someone might even just comment on our video and say, look at these two little, like, look at these idiots. We're going to get cussed.
Yeah.
And I'm sure someone that will have the confidence to either write it or just say it, we're going to get cussed. No doubt about it. But the point is how we take that. We're not going to look at that shit. You're supposed to ignore that rubbish. People are going to say shit. That's just the way the world is.
To be honest, I do actually message back, but a positive message back.
Nah.
I always say, thank you for your feedback.
Yeah, Nah, leave that. You should leave it. Trust me. I tell you what, I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast all the time. I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah.
And he's wicked. Like, the way he's got a realistic mind frame. He says it all the time, ignore that shit. You don't need to.
You don't need to, yeah. Of course.
And he constantly, people will say negative shit to him, blah, blah, blah. But you don't, as he says, you just got to ignore that shit.
No, definitely.
Of course, when you read something, as a human being, you're like, oh, shit, that hurts, motherfucker, why would you say that? But we got to just, we just got to do their things positively and just do it. So, I mean, I wish Ben Affleck would carry on as Batman.
Same.
But I heard that in the Flash movie, it's his last time as Batman. Because they're using this Flashpoint.
That's right, I heard.
They're doing this Flashpoint
Paradox.
Story that's just going to reset everything. They want to use that to reset all the mistakes they've made with, like how Days of Future Past kind of resetted the X-Men, and then they fucked up with Apocalypse anyway.
They lose.
Yeah, they're saying, I read something that Flash is going to do the same thing. They're going to do a Flashpoint, he goes back in time, he messes it all up or whatever, and then they're going to change things with Justice League, and that'll be Ben Affleck's last time. Like I said, I hope it's not because of all the negative things and he truly just says, I've done the character, I'm happy. But if it is, that's quite bad. But
yeah, I'm not saying, because I was really looking forward to the solo Batman film, bro. Because I think Matt Reeves, the director, would have smashed it, because War of the Planet, the two Planet of the Apes he's done, War of the Planet of the Apes was such an amazing movie. I think, for me personally, last year, this year, two of my favourite movies was Logan and War of the Planet of the Apes. And one of the podcasts is what I wanted to do was our top 10 this year as well of movies. But I think War of the Planet of the Apes, I think that really touched something. And I think as a director, he would have done Batman amazing. So I hope that he gets to do this project, because I'd love to see that vision before they refresh it.
So would I, man. But again, we're fans, man, and we have our, like, I don't know, our mentality is like, we'll give it a chance.
No, of course,
We'll give it a chance. If it's basic, we'll say, you know what, I didn't enjoy it as my personal liking. But most of the time, we like everything because, I don't know, maybe we're just so biased towards everything. We're just
fanboys, isn't it?
We're
fanboys. Yeah. No, you're right. We are. I suppose, like, I've come to a point now where I can enjoy stuff. Yes, I'll see the mistakes and the problems and the story's not consistent, but it doesn't bother me because I'm a fan. I'm kind of appreciating it in a way where, hold up, man, I remember my uncle telling me this when I was 10 years old, that there's going to be a movie in 20 years time, and you're going to see them on the big screen. And like when I see it, of course, it fills me up with joy, because when me and Dwayne first saw the first Transformers movie, we both bust a tear when we saw Optimus Prime come change in front of them, and I was like, oh my god, like it's an amazing feeling. I suppose I'm appreciating what they've given to us, because 20 years ago we didn't have that. We had the cartoons to enjoy and the comic books to read, but to see them on the big screen, okay, yes, they messed up a few things, but I'm not going to be spoiled about it. I'm actually, we live in good times right now when it comes to that geeky world, so I'm appreciative to it. Yes, there are some things, but I'm not looking at the bad things. I'll always look at, we got to see that on the big screen. Fucking hell.
Yeah. I agree. I 100% agree. Like I said, I mean, contradicting myself, I do hate the X-Men movie stuff. But
fuck Focus. Hashtag fuck Focus.
Fuck Fox. Yeah, hashtag fuck Fox. That's what I was saying earlier. Hashtag fuck Fox. But anyway, I mean, that's what I was saying. I still give it a chance. I went and saw Age of Apocalypse, and I gave it a chance, and it was fucking basic in regards to my opinion. And then I remember trying to watch it again on Blu-ray. I thought, let me give this another chance, man. I have to, man. And it was fucking basic. But again, I give it a chance. I'm like, yeah, let me see the positive stuff. Magneto was wicked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I liked
Michael Fassbender.
I liked him as Magneto.
Yeah.
But you know, the film's basic. But yeah, like I said, that's me again contradicting myself. But you know, I think everything will just give it a chance, appreciate it for what it is, and just be moist about it, man.
As long as they just don't keep putting Mystique as the leader of the X-Men, bro, I'll be happy, bro.
Yeah.
They need to come off that vibe. I don't know why, but it's only because they've got the A-lister running that character. If it was somebody that, you know, I don't know how they revolved every single fucking X-Men around Mystique. That's what slightly pissed me off, but it is what it is. We're going to have to wait and see. I mean, as I said, I'll give that a chance, but my favourite 2 has to be... Actually, I've got... X-Men 2 was alright, bro.
That was a bit fun, because I remember we saw Colossus and Iceman, and that was a bit fun.
Yeah.
Wolverine, it's the first time we saw Wolverine go into like a berserk mode, which got us a bit excited and stuff. Yeah, so I thought that wasn't too bad. I mean, but yeah, I mean, like I said, hopefully we'll see what happens with Disney and Fox, going back onto that, and then maybe we'll get more content that we grew up with.
No, of course, definitely. So it should be interesting where they take it from there. All right, bro. Oh man, it was nice to catch up with you again, G man.
You too, bro. It's always wicked to do this, man. Shit.
I say next week, same time, guys. We will have our regular podcast every week. We will geek out about anything that's happened during the week, whether it comes out to new movies, new comic books, new deals that are happening around. Hopefully we'll get more update next week regarding Fox and Disney. I've got more sketch videos coming out, guys. So tonight I'm looking to start a picture of Wonder Woman and Storm. This was the image from last week that I finished off for you guys. Hopefully I will start on the Storm and Wonder Woman one tonight, and then keep you guys posted on that. We've got our retro trailer reaction videos that come out on Wednesday. I've got the husband and wife edition reactions on a Friday, and on Sundays I have the sketch videos and a podcast with me and G-Man from HK. So keep posted, guys. I see a lot of new subscribers in the past week, guys. I want to thank you so much for that. That means the world. We want to hit 1,000, guys. Once we start hitting 1,000 subscribers, I can start doing some giveaways, and I get to share our geeky knowledge across the world. Me and my brother here. So it'd be really good. It'd be really good to see that. But any last words, G-Man? Anything to say?
No, all good, man. Just, you know, people out there, subscribe. We'll give you more content. If you like what we're doing, just let us know, man. Give us some comments. Give us some feedback.
Yes, comment below, guys. Make sure you comment. Make sure you comment. All right. For now, good morning, good evening. Yeah. No, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Guys, I'll catch you up soon. One love.
All right, peace. Take it easy.
Take care.